Hi, everyone. What is your next series? Haba, let this series at least finish, no? Then we'll talk about next series. So which series is going on right now? Do you know what series it is now? What is it? About animals. Is it about animals? No. Can you type it in the chat? Plants and trees. Okay. Yes, plants and trees. And do you know all the songs we've been singing so far? Okay. Before we get to that, you know what I have to do, right? I have to show you how you're going to submit your craft for today on YOLO, right? And not many of you are submitting at all. What happened? Exams happening? What is happening? Okay, so let me just give you the demo first of how to upload your craft, and then we will go to the story today. There we go.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at YOLO. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.yolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. Then you will see a list of the classes that you last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link, and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Okay, and let's start again. So yes, we were doing all about flowers and trees. And today's activity is also very interesting. So, but first, let's start with the songs that we know. Okay, everybody, you know which song we are going to sing first? Down, hands down, put your head down. Ready? Let me see. Who is this? Who is not ready? Let me see. Aditya is not ready. Yes. We're going to sing the song, no? So how do we sing the song? You have to put your head down like this, right? Okay. Ready? Okay, let's start. I am a tiny seed, sleeping, sleeping. I am a tiny seed, ever so small. Slowly come up. Now I am growing, growing, growing. Now I am growing ever so tall. And stretch. I can see. What will you do? Put your hand here. I can see over the garden wall. I can see over the garden wall. Now I'm a tall tree, swing, swing. Now I'm a tall tree, swing like this. Oh, very nice. I saw everybody doing actions. Nice. And which is the other one? The gardener plants the seeds. The gardener plants the seeds. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the gardener plants the seeds. The rain begins to fall. Rain begins to fall. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the rain begins to fall. Then what happens? The sun begins to shine. The sun begins to shine. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the sun begins to shine. Then what happens? The plants begin to grow. The plants begin to grow. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the plants begin to grow. And then the flowers are about to bloom. So the buds all open up. The buds all open up. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the buds all open up. And then what happens? The buds become flowers and the flowers smile at me. Flowers smile at me. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the flowers smile at me. The flowers smile at me. The flowers smile at me. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the flowers smile at me. Faster! Hey ho, flowers smile at me. Flowers smile at me. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the flowers smile at me. Flowers smile at me. The flowers smile at me. Hey ho, the cherry-o, the flowers smile at me. Very nice. So we are all feeling very energized, right? I'm going to add one more song to this today. It's just a very simple song, which just tells you what all a plant needs to grow. So remember, plants need soil. You know what is soil? In the mud. Where will they grow otherwise? Remember, plants need light. Remember, they need water, and they will turn out right. That's all. Remember, plants need soil. Remember, plants need light. Remember, plants need water, and they will turn out right. Okay? So now, those who have been here for the earlier stories, you remember what the very, very first story was in the series of plants and flowers? Does anybody know? Does anybody remember? Can you write it in chat? If I unmute now, it will be a big chaos. Everybody will unmute. Okay, and I can't unmute. Sorry, I can't unmute anyone. Okay, Nilu Pilu, that's right. So that's right. So it was Nilu Pilu. And in Nilu Pilu, what was Nilu trying to do to Pilu? He was trying to cover Pilu so that the sun would not shine on Pilu and poor Pilu could not grow. So there's no sun, there's no light. So Pilu could not grow. So he stopped the light. What happened in the second story? Do you all remember? The thorny plant, yes, which is the cactus. So what happened in that? All the plants didn't get one thing. What didn't they get? Did they get light? Yes. Did they get soil? Yes. What didn't they get last time? Water. It stopped raining. The gardener stopped giving them water, and so the plant became droopy. Right? That's how. So in the first story, there was no light. In the second story, there was no water. What do you think is going to happen in this story? Is there going to be no soil? Let's check. Okay? Because this story says what all struggle a poor little seed needs to go through to grow. Okay? And so today, it's a slightly different way of storytelling because I am using this fantastic book today for telling you the story. This beautiful story is by Eric Carle. So, is the YOLO teacher there? Okay, we'll start the story. Okay, so this story is about the tiny seed, and so obviously there is a seed in the story. And why I'm choosing to tell you the story from the book today is because if you see the pictures in this book, wow, don't you think they look really good? Starting with the very, very cover page. It's such a beautiful effect of painting. And that is exactly what we are trying to learn today as well. How did this man, Mr. Eric Carl, manage to draw, manage to paint, and make such a beautiful effect for all his drawings? So, if you ever find this any book by Eric Carl, do look for it. He's an awesome illustrator. He's unfortunately no more. He passed away last year. So let's start with the story. At any point of time, if you cannot see the storybook, do let me know. Okay. So, as you can see in the picture, ooh, have you ever seen seeds flying? There are different ways in which seeds grow. Sometimes they just go plop and fall down, and a new plant will grow next to the older one. Sometimes they'll get stuck on other animals' fur, and as the animals move forward, the seeds will drop somewhere else and the plant will grow. There are many ways in which the seeds travel. You don't need legs and hands to travel. No, seeds can travel even like that. Now, these seeds in this book, as you can see, these seeds are traveling through a gust of wind. It is autumn and there is a big, huge wind which is blowing. And these seeds, let's count. Okay, let's count how many seeds there are. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 seeds. So all these 10 seeds went whoosh with the wind. Wonder where they are going and wonder where they will finally land up. The sun begins to shine. Oh no! But what happened to one of the seeds as the sun began to shine? One of the seeds went up, 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 up. And it went so high up that it got burnt because it was so hot near the sun. And so that seed went toing. So how many seeds were remaining now? 1. Ooh, look, there's one total I see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 10th seed got burned. 9 seeds then went flying with the wind. And where did they fly? They went flying across mountains. And what is on the mountains? There is snow. It's very cold. It's very cold. All the other seeds still managed to fly with the wind. But one seed, he landed on one of the mountains. Toing. And it was so cold over there. He just went to sleep. Toing. In all these seeds, do you see a seed which is very, very small? Yeah, look, here it is. It is a very tiny seed, and all the others are so big and so fat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 8 are remaining because the 9th one fell on top of a mountain which was full of snow, and it was very, very cold. Only 8 seeds are left. I wonder if all the 8 seeds will be able to go and finally become plants. But now what happened? All the seeds, as they flew in the strong wind, they had to go over a big, deep blue sea. And as they went, the wind was carrying all the rest of the seeds, but there was one seed which went plop right inside into the sea. And what happened once it went into the sea? Ooh, I think this fish is going to come and eat the seed, right? I think this fish is going to eat the seed. Yummy. So there goes one more seed. Toing. How many seeds are left now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6? No, here's the 7th one. The small tiny seed. I think the tiny seed is going to be next. No? He's so small, yeah. So weak. No? Let's see what happens next. Ooh. What is this place now? You know what this plant is? It came in our story last time, right? It's a cactus. And where do cacti grow? Cacti grow in the desert where there is no water at all. It's only sand, sand, sand everywhere. So all the seeds went whoosh with the wind. And then one seed tongue, fell into the sand. Now in the sand, there's no water. And so that seed also went toing. How many are left? Are you keeping track? How many are left? So one got burnt with the sun. Second one got in the ice mountain. The third fell into the sea. The fourth now is in the desert. So how many are left now? There are 6. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The smallest one. Oh my God. I wonder if all of them will make it through. So finally, beautiful, nice green grass. I'm sure there's a lot of water there and the sun is shining. I'm sure all the seeds are going to grow into the most awesome and beautiful plants. But what happened just then? Look at that. A big bird saw the seed all coming and falling on the grass. Big bird said, "Yummy in my tummy. I'm going to eat this delicious seed." So the bird went and toing, she picked up one seed. How many are left now? Let's count. Can you see it on the grass? This time all the seeds are landed on the grass now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the chotu seed is here. 5 seeds are there. I wonder now what is going to happen. Do you think they will still grow, all 5 of them? And so, now what is this? What is being shown in this picture? After autumn comes winter, where it's very, very cold. And of course, in India, we don't get snow everywhere. We get snow in some places. But when it is winter, it is fully covered with snow. And see, all the land, all this ground, the poor grass has got dry and gone to sleep. Now the ground is only brown and only sand. All the seeds have got buried inside the ground now. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, and chotu wala 5. But who is this? There is a hungry mouse that's also living in the ground. And he is very hungry. So when he sees these seeds have come down in the ground, he goes, "Yummy!" And he eats up one of the bigger seeds. How many are left now? There were 5 and now there are 4. So let's see if there are 4 in the next page. Wow! Now winter's gone and spring is here. The beautiful sun is shining and the beautiful raindrops are falling. And it's a wonderful, wonderful scene because all the plants are beginning to grow. You remember there were 4 seeds? That's 1, 2, 3, and this one, 4. 4 plants are beginning to grow slowly, slowly, slowly because remember, plants need light. Where's light? Remember, they need water and they will turn out right. And of course, they are growing in the soil. So now I think all the 4 plants are going to grow and become super big, right? Let's see. Oops, I said this is the plant, no? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this plant here? So big, so fat. And look at the plant's roots. Spreading and spreading so fast. Look at this poor plant. He's our seed plant, no? Yeah. But this plant is a weed. You know what weeds are? Weeds are plants which grow in between the plants that we like. We want to grow cabbage. We want to grow cauliflower. But in between that, other plants will start growing. Those plants become weeds because they eat up all the nice things, right? They eat up all the nice things from the soil. And our plants, they don't get anything to eat. That is what a weed does. This is what this weed did. This big fat weed with lots and lots of big roots. It went close to this, our plant, our seed plant, and it sucked up all the nice things from the soil. So finally, look at this plant. It tried to eat something from the soil, but nothing was left because the big fat weed was eating everything up. So even though the seed became a plant, the plant became toing because of this big weed. So now how many are there? 1, 2, and 3. Let's hope we have 3 plants at least. Let's see what happens next. What happened here? See, we have 3 beautiful plants who are nicely growing. But what is this? Some children were playing. And children were not looking also where they were running and all. They were all laughing and enjoying and having a lot of fun. And as they were running, one of them stepped on one of the plants. See, he just stepped on the plant and crushed it. Toing! This plant also went. Now there are only 2 plants left. And you see, this is the tiny seed plant. It's still struggling. It's growing so slowly. Whereas the other plant has already grown up so tall. Is this going to be a story where everything goes toing? Nothing survives? Let's see. Wow! The tiny seed plant is still little tiny, but the other seed has grown and grown and grown and grown and has a beautiful flower at the end. Wow! Such a lovely flower, no? Oops! But what is this hand doing to the flower? One boy, he saw that this flower is so pretty. So he thought he will give this flower as a gift to his friend. So what did he do? He plucked it. He plucked the flower and he took it to give to his friend. And that's why, what is left now? Do you remember how all the seeds went? The first one, how did that one go? Do you remember? I'm also thinking now. I know, the sun burnt it. And the second one was buried in the snow on the snow mountains. The third one, it fell into the sea. And the fourth one, it fell into the sand in the desert. What happened to the fifth one? I know. Do you remember? A bird came and ate the fifth one. And what happened next to the sixth one? Now the sixth, seventh, eighth, so they all started growing in a plant, but one big fat weed came and it ate up all the nice, nutritious food from the soil, and so that plant also went. Then there were 3 plants. What happened to one of them? Kids came running and they stomped on the plant and the plant went. And then what happened to this plant? Nicely it grew. Beautiful flower. But one boy came and plucked the flower to give to his friend. Now, do you remember which one is left? There's only one left. And that is the tiny seed who has made this long journey and now is going to grow. Woo! And it grew and grew and grew. Did you see how much it grew? Oops! See the size of the flower. It is even bigger than the house. And see, the people are so tiny over here. So even though the seed was so small, it grew and grew and grew into this beautiful giant flower. Isn't it looking nice? And everybody was happy to see this flower. They came from far and near to see this wonderful flower, this giant flower, which is taller than their houses and taller than them. Have you ever seen a flower so big? It's almost as big as the sun. So all the summer long, beautiful birds and beautiful butterflies, they enjoyed the flower and they came and visited the flower. And then what happened? Oops, like all flowers do. And that is how new plants grow, right? So now the flower had grown and grown. Now it was time for the flower to give more seeds and for those seeds to go whoosh, flying with the wind to make more plants and maybe make bigger flowers somewhere else. Maybe it's coming near your house. Maybe you should look out and see if there is a seed fallen somewhere and give it water and give it light and water it and watch it start to grow and see if you get a giant flower from that seed. Okay, so with that we come to the story of this beautiful book called The Tiny Seed. So like I was saying, today's story is different. The name of the author is Eric Carle, E-R-I-C. I'll show you if it is written more clearly inside. Eric Carle. He is a very popular children's author, and his most famous book is called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Okay, so his specialty is to have these beautiful, wonderful artwork. See, even though it is just green grass, you can see there is some sort of designs within the green. How did he get that effect? And look at this. How did he get that effect? So his drawings in all his books are beautiful, right? So I'll just go through the pictures again for all of you to see. We are going to try to make this texture today. Okay? It's going to be a lot of fun, and don't be in a hurry to finish your art or craft during the session. Okay? See how it is done. Later on, take your time when you have more time and then think and make your art. Okay? Don't be in a rush. I'm going to make it right now and I'm going to submit it. No. Just see how it is done, because you need to take some time and enjoy the art. Okay? So look at this. Beautiful, nice pictures. How did he get these effects? Right? Yes. And we are going to make our own very big flower like this using his techniques of drawing. It's a very fun activity. Okay. And you need to use a lot of paint. Okay. So this does not work so well with the watercolors. Okay. So you need to have poster paints, you know, those thick ones which come in small little bottles. It's better if you have those, because that's how you're going to get it all very thick. So I have taken out some paint of all colors I could think of. Okay. And I've kept it ready. You need an A4 sheet. You need a pair of scissors. You need glue. And you need a pencil. And you need a lot of other things, especially paint brushes. Even one paintbrush is enough. Okay. And you see what all I have put in this? I have put a fork to make the texture on the paint. I have a small little earbud to make dots on the paint. I have a small stick. Okay, so we'll see how we are going to use that. And I have an old toothbrush. Please do not use a toothbrush that you are using right now. Can you see how old it is? An old toothbrush. Okay, so now what we are going to do is make small pieces of this A4 size sheet paper first. Okay, and then use it for our activity. So I'm just going to make it into quarters to show you how it is done. And then once you all know the technique, the creative part, I am going to leave to you. How you're going to make it, what scenery you're going to make, all that I'm going to leave to you. So what Eric Carle used to do is, he used to take one color and different shades of that color. And he would try to make different patterns and different textures. You know, texture is what is different kinds of okay, so let's see this. So now, since our flower was orange, I'm going to start with taking orange paint. And you see how thick the paint is? So we need it to be thick and we don't need to flatten it. Okay, you're literally like scooping it like a spoon and just putting it on the paper. And then I'm going to take a little yellow. And going to take a little red. Can you see how the nice texture is coming for the painting? A little bit more orange. See, you don't have to paint, you just have to apply the paint on the paper. Okay, so this does use quite a lot of paint, but the final texture that you get, the final effects that you will get are really nice. Okay. There. So this is a primarily red and orange shades of colors that I have used. So you can use the same brush and make patterns on the paint itself like this. That is why the paint needs to be thick, because see over here the pattern doesn't show because the paint is already dried up. So I am going to make squiggle lines with my paintbrush. Nice effect. And now we need to keep it to dry. I'm using a very small bit of paper for this right now, because I don't want to waste so much of paint right now. But if you're planning to use more of the same paper, then you could use more paint and you could use a bigger sheet of paper. Okay, so this is my one sample ready. And now, of course, if I'm going to make a flower, I'm also going to need a little bit of green to go and make the stems and the leaves with. So again here, I'm just going to use 2 shades of green. Again, see, the paint has to be really thick and you're just applying it. Okay, you're not really painting, you're just applying it. Oh, actually, see, the effect of the brush itself is coming out so well, right? So I could texture the painting just with the effect of the brush itself. maybe take some little dab of yellow. So this is a creative kind of painting, okay? You need to feel free and use whatever colors you want because no effect is wrong, okay? Use whatever colors you think you want to use, and they will all give a very, very different, unique texture, unique effect to your painting. Which is why I'm saying, don't be in a hurry to do this right now with me. You can wait and do this nicely later on with full focus and enjoy the painting, enjoy the art. So it's given a very nice effect, right? So now let me just show you how we can use the different kinds of tools I've put here. So I'm going to use the yellow to just make dots. And the reason I have this fork here is you could also use the fork to make little patterns like this on this. If you're using a fork that you use to eat, make sure you wash it thoroughly before you use it for eating again. Okay? So there, now my green texture is also ready. And now we need something for the sky. Now the sky is where I'm going to use the toothbrush. This is going to get messy. So please make sure you wear not your best clothes when you're doing this activity. Okay? So you put the paint on the toothbrush and then now I'm using a darker blue. Can you see the effect? This is the effect that we saw in the picture book, right? This is the same effect we saw. Dot 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 effect. This is how he got it. And you can use a different colors and try to make it a totally different variety of colors. So if I'm making the sky, I'm going to try to use a lot of sky colors in my picture. Yeah. And then, okay, maybe I want to also just use the brush like this. Okay. This is the beauty of this drawing, this artwork, that everything is fine. Everything will end up looking really pretty. Okay, so don't worry if, oh, I use this color by mistake. Oh, I use this color by mistake. You can use any color and the effect will still come out really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to put some more dots, and I'm also going to show you how to use, you can use a card, a visiting card or a stick, and just scrape. So see, this gives the effect of the wind blowing, right? That's how the seeds are flying into the wind, right? So now we have all these textures. You have to wait for them to completely dry. Okay. So since we don't have that much of time to wait till all these dry, I had made a few and already kept them before the class. So I made one of this. I made a blue and I made a green. The similar way. So what do we do when we have these sample of paint samples? So what we are going to do now is we use our pencil. Where is my pencil? Did it fall down? Oh, sorry. Here it is. And now using the red side, using the other side, I'm just going to draw a big flower. Right? And then we are going to cut out this flower on the outlines. You can draw your flower as big as you want, as small as you want. Instead of having one big flower, maybe you can have more smaller flowers. It's totally up to you, right? You know what the rule is, right? When you're creating something, nothing is wrong, nothing is right. Everything is fine. So this is what actually Eric Carle would do. He would create all these sheets of paper and keep it. So next time when he had a story where he wanted, oh, I need orange, all he would do is go to his table and pick out what he had done with the orange colors. So he'll pick out that sheet, take out the shape that he wants, and then use that. Now, if I put it over this, did you see what a beautiful effect it gives? Similarly, let's do the stems and the leaves. So for the stem, again, we can take the green for the stem and draw nice big leaves. And maybe a leaf for the other side as well. Oh my God, is that a problem? Can we use watercolor? No, you can't use watercolor because it is too liquid. You won't get the thick effect. Okay. So you can't use watercolors. You have to use a thick poster paint, which is why I'm saying don't be in a rush to immediately make it right now with me. Okay, take your time, get the material ready, sort it out. Maybe when you're having a holiday on the weekend, take some time and then do it. You'll have a beautiful effect. Don't be in a hurry to submit. Okay, enjoy the art, enjoy the craft. That is the whole purpose of all this. Okay, you do something in a rush, okay, fine, you submit it, but it won't give you a lot of happiness or joy, right? You need to feel happy when you create. So this is what I have done so far. So this is my flower, and now I'm going to put this leaf like this below it. Okay, and now of course we need the sky. So this sky has come out a little bit darker than I wanted it, but no worries. I will still use little pieces of it. Maybe I could even tear it and give a separate effect to the sky like this. So feel free. Don't be scared when you create. Anything you do will always end up looking pretty. Okay, so don't be scared to experiment. Beautiful effect for the flower, which you would not have got if you're just painted a flower, right? Because what are we taught for painting? Always paint within the lines. Always use only one shade, right? So now you see how pretty you get all the shades, all the textures, designs, whatever you want. There. Oh, I have another leaf over here. Now, just put the sky as you want around it. There. And of course, make a brown shading kind of pattern to make it for the ground. Okay, and here your beautiful, it's called Eric Carle, ERICCARLE. Okay, a beautiful Eric Carle inspired artwork. And you can make out, right, the small little textures, the dots. It's really giving such a beautiful effect, right? Sorry, that was my cat. So with this, we are going to stop now. Please take some time and take your time, take some enjoyment in your art. Okay, don't try to rush it to submit just for the sake of submitting. Okay, it really comes out beautiful, and you can experiment with all the kind of sceneries that you want. Okay, and if you come across a book of Eric Carle, have a look at how beautifully he makes all the pictures, and this is the effect that he uses. Okay, so now I'm going to leave you with the video of how to submit your craft. And oops, my table is full of paint. Okay, so next time, till next time, I will, okay, let me just check. Can we use watercolor? Can we use watercolor? Okay. Oh, no, I already answered that, right? No, sorry. Watercolor will not give you the same effect. Watercolor will not be able to, you will not be able to make these squiggles and patterns on watercolor. It's not going to work out. Okay. So I'm going to now leave you with how to submit your craft, submit your art, and please take your time and try to go do a good job. Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing beautiful creations. Okay. So have a look at how to submit.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at YOLO. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.yolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. Then you will see a list of the classes that you last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link, and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Okay, so I'll see you next time with another story with the plants and trees. Okay, so next time it's going to be a tree story. Okay, so till then, bye-bye from my flower and bye-bye from me. See you.